How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Well, I just saw a rather disgusting clip of from the Senate Judiciary Committee with Republican Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana in an exchange with a witness by the name of Maya Berry. Now, Berry, she is the executive director of the Arab American Institute. Okay. It appears that this hearing was, she was basically testifying in response to some of the anti-Semitic, anti-Israel protests that are going on. And, I think, first of all, before I get too much into the commentary here, and before I get too much further along here, it is entirely possible to oppose the Israeli government without being anti-Semitic. Okay? It's the government and the religion are not necessarily one and the same. Okay? Would you be anti-Islam if you opposed the actions of a government that has that is predominantly Muslim in a predominantly Muslim country? That doesn't make you anti-Islam if you oppose their government. Okay. But Kennedy just unloaded on this woman. Now, she does support UNRWA, which, if you're not familiar with that, and it's UNRWA, UNRWA. And what that is, it's the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East. Okay, so, yeah, she supports providing relief for the refugees, and we all should, I think. I don't know a whole lot about UNRWA specifically, but if this is their stated mission, and if they actually do follow through on this, yeah, there's no reason not to support them. But Kennedy just screaming at this woman, just absolutely screaming. Supposedly questioning her. Okay, this was not questioning. He was, if you're not familiar with John Kennedy, this guy, he sounds just like Foghorn Leghorn. All right, so imagine, I said, Foghorn Leghorn, yelling, except with a higher pitched voice, but he's got that same kind of thing going on, and just screaming at this woman. You support Hamas, don't you? Why won't you admit that you support Hamas? And as he's yelling this at her, well, you won't denounce Hamas, and you won't denounce UNRWA, and you support them, and she's like, no, I don't support Hamas, and yes, I do support UNRWA. It seems reasonable to me that you can support one without supporting the other. We all know what happened with between Hamas and Israel almost a year ago in October. There was a violent attack by Hamas in Israel. And Israel absolutely has the right to defend themselves. What they don't have a right to do, though, is to just start eliminating all Palestinians. Because while Hamas, all of Hamas may be Palestinians, but not all Palestinians are Hamas. In fact, there is a large number of them. The vast majority of them are not old enough to have voted in Hamas when they got voted in. Okay, so, countering terrorism with terrorism is still terrorism, right? I mean, just trying to level all of Gaza, indiscriminately hitting schools and hospitals and whatever else, that's not cool, all right? So, Israel, go ahead and defend yourselves, but you're going after schools and hospitals and other important infrastructure that, I mean, you're going after innocent civilians. Go after Hamas, not the innocent civilians, all right? You're targeting women and children and the elderly, and it doesn't matter, Now, whoever started what, when, I get it. I mean, we've all had an altercation with a brother or a sister at one point, and mom or dad comes in to break it up, and inevitably either you or your brother or sister is going to say, well, he started or she started it. Yeah, that may be true, but there's such a thing as a proportional response. All right. If someone were to come up and punch me in the face right now, is it a reasonable response for me to shoot that person or to stab that person? No, of course not. So yeah, Hamas carried out a terrorist attack on Israel. Israel rightly responded, but then they started indiscriminately killing civilians to the point that it's starting to look like a genocide. Okay, so, genocide, not cool. In fact, hey, Israel, your country exists because of a genocide against your people. That's why your country exists. Okay, so maybe remember your history and maybe understand that yeah, you're going to have enemies in this world, and you can never eliminate all of them. But a mass genocide like you're trying to do in Gaza, not cool, all right? And we should not stand by and watch this happen. Now, side commentary, we do need a two-state solution. Now, is that an absolute 100% end of everything? No, probably not. But that's definitely a major step in the right direction. But anyway, back to Kennedy shouting down Maya Berry. He's asking her questions and then screaming at her that she supports Hamas and she supports UNRWA, which she does support UNRWA. She's been open about that. But because she supports UNRWA, she also supports Hamas, and he also said, you also support Hezbollah. And it's like, dude, shut up. Shut up there, foghorn leghorn. Seriously. Truthfully, Kennedy, he is, quite frankly, probably the most racist senator in the United States Senate right now. And he's pretty blatant about it, really. And he is hiding behind the excuse of opposing anti-Semitism, which I'm not sure that he has a problem with anti-Semitism either, but he is hiding behind that as an excuse. go after this Arab woman who is also a Muslim, basically hiding behind anti-Semitism as an excuse to promote bigotry against Arab Americans and Muslim Americans. Not cool. Hey, Senator, you need to check yourself. And Louisiana, come get your senator. I'll see you next time.